Hey everyone, what's up? It's your girl, Coach C, and I'm here with another Motivational Monday message. Today, I want to talk to you about the difference between expecting the worst and being aware of all of the possibilities. All that leads you to the power of optimism, being optimistic. And so, I want to share this story. One time, I was driving in my car and I heard my dashboard starts to flicker like and I was like, what's going on? What is going on? I pulled into the gas station to get gas. And then when I turned on my car, it was like my car was struggling to turn on. And then the dashboard flickered again. And then I pushed the button to turn the car off again. Then I started the car back up. And then it was driving, but my dashboard was like flickering. And I'm like, you know what? All of these things were coming across my head. Oh my God, I hope it's not something big. Is this going to cost me? Is this going to take time? Will I not have a car? How would I get around? And I was like, you know what, Celicia, nope. Let me shift my mindset to something different. Hey, everything is always going to work out for me because it always has. No matter what, I'll be able to get through it. You know what? Let me just get out ahead of the situation and then let's just take it by day tomorrow. So let me not think about it today. And tomorrow I'll get up and I'll take it to the mechanic and we'll figure out what it is and get out ahead of it before anything happens. But everything always works out for you. Nothing is going to stop you. And I started putting myself in the space of this mantra. Now, don't get me wrong. This is something that I've been practicing because the old Celicia defaults into fear. She defaults into worrying, expecting the worst case scenario and wondering how I'm going to get through it, worrying about things that I don't even know if it's things that I need to worry about, right? How many of us do this right now? How many of us worry about the outcome of things that is just a possibility? Right? So that is expecting the worst. And when you give your energy to expecting the worst, it can shift the outcome because what you're putting energy in grows. So I'm driving and I'm just like, whatever, played some good music, put on some good music in the car as I'm driving home. And I'm like, okay, let me just shift my vibration into this happy space. Right? I made it home. And then the next morning I wake up, I drop my son off. And then I drive into AutoZone and I'm like, hey, can you test my battery and see if my battery is going good? Because I wanted to go down the checklist of seeing what the possibilities could be. So, okay, dashboard, light issue, electrical issue, whatever. Let me go and check my battery. So the guy at AutoZone was like, yeah, your battery is weak and you need to replace it. And that could be the cause of your flickering dashboard and why the car is struggling to turn on. I'm like, okay, cool. We go inside, and then the the guy's like, well, it looks like your warranty just ended, so you won't be able to get the discount, and the battery price is 180 full on. He's like, but hold on. He called the manager over. The manager looks at him. He looks up in my account, and he turns to him and says, hey, go out, give her a new battery, and don't charge her for anything. So he's like, the associate was like, wait, don't charge her? He was like, just give her a new battery. Go back there and get this type of battery for her car and don't charge her. And do you know they replaced my battery? My car was working good. And I drove out of AutoZone like abundance. Abundance is all around me. Abundance is me. Abundance surrounds me, which was one of the mantras that I was saying. So I'm saying this, I'm giving you this story to let you guys know that we have the power to shift our reality, right? And we have to become non-reactive to our circumstances. Regardless, we have to choose optimism. Regardless if we are aware of all of the possibilities that something can go wrong, right? So thinking about it, why is it better? What's the difference between awareness of all of the things that can go wrong and expecting all of the things to go wrong, right? So let's start with awareness. Awareness is when you know the possibilities, right? You know the possibilities, but you're still aware of where you want to shift your focus, your energy, what you want to think about, where you want to give momentum, right? Expecting the worst is choosing the momentum to go down the path of the things that you don't want, right? And what we know about energy is where energy goes is what grows. Where energy goes is what grows. So the power of our mind, right? We as humans have this amazing thing called mind. And we can use our mind to send energy to things that we want to grow, or we can also use it to suffocate it from things that we don't want to grow. So the power of optimism is choosing what you want to grow in your life by being the police, being the controller, being the person that's empowered enough to choose what thoughts you want to focus on. So what thoughts do you want to focus on? Right? It don't matter what the situation is. You know, we can always think of the positives in a situation. We can always think of the negatives in the situation. But what do you want to focus on? It's all up to you. It's your choice. And so when you realize that this is your power, your life starts to change. It starts to shift. This is just one story that I'm sharing with you, but this has happened to me many, many times where I choose to get out ahead of it, get out ahead of my anxiety, get out ahead of my stress, get out ahead of all of the worst case scenarios and just focus on what I want. You know what? This is going to be a great situation. My car is going to get fixed. I can afford it. Whatever it is, I'm going to get through it because everything always works out for me. I'm an abundant person. Abundance is all around me. Abundance is in me. Abundance is me. No matter what, I will always succeed. Start having these mantras that replace the negative thoughts that we have been programmed to always default to. We want to shift our default to optimism. Does that make you aloof? No, it doesn't make you aloof. What it does do, though, is reduce your stress level. It reduces your anxiety level because you know whenever anything that has happened to you in the past, you have been through so many horrible situations in the past and yet you're still here, right? Yet you're still able to watch this video. Yet you're still able to move forward. Yet you're still able to start over and to expect new possibilities. And so when you are placed in a position this week where you are, something is happening, is throwing you off course, and your surrounding is showing you like, oh my God, you can worry about this. You can expect the worst, or you can be aware of all of the worst case scenario and use that awareness to choose where you want to place your focus. I hope you have an amazing week. Bye.